I went from broke as a joke in my 20s to a self-made millionaire at the age of 30. You want to be successful?
Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about how to get rich as a woman. Getting rich as a woman in today's world is not just as a dream, it's a mindset, a strategy, and most importantly, a decision. Too often, society conditions women to seek security in others instead of building it for themselves. But real wealth begins when a woman decides she will no longer wait for someone to hand her opportunity. She will create them. It starts by understanding her worthy, embracing her strength, and rejecting the belief that wealthy and independence are out of reach. So I've put the videos together so that you watch and learn. I'll be back to share my truths.
I went from broke as a joke in my 20s to a self-made millionaire at the age of 30. If you want to be successful in life, then you need to learn from successful people. So let's talk 5 habits of successful women so you can get here too. Number 1, they make the first move. I used to think some people were just lucky, but the reality is I became successful when I created my own luck. If I wanted a job with a specific company, I didn't wait for a posting. I reached out and I got a role created for me. One time I did this and I was offered the job, and a couple weeks later before I started, they said they actually didn't need me anymore. Most people would take this as a failure. They'd take a step back, but instead I took a step forward. I provided value, and then 3 months later I was hired into a position that I doubled my salary in. Number 2, they invest in themselves. Successful women know that they are their own biggest asset, and that all of the results that they get in life come from the actions that they take. But how do you know if you're taking the right actions? By investing into mentors and courses and coaches. That way you can learn from your mistakes, time-lapse your goals, and get a proven roadmap to success. Number 3, they surround themselves with the right people. You know, if your friends spend every Friday night at the bar, that you're more likely to drink. But did you realize that your friends can have an influence on your actions even if you've never met? Our networks shape us, who we marry, what we eat, our emotions, our health. It's called social contagion. And when a friend or a friend of a friend of a friend has done something, bought something, gone somewhere, we become more likely to do it because these friends give us permission, or they give us safety to do the same thing. Number 4, they aren't afraid to say no. Point blank, period. I used to get so worried about not letting other people down, but now I realize that somebody's reaction to my no is not my responsibility. Just because somebody gets angry, it doesn't mean you should have said yes. Number 5, they understand the Pareto principle. We are all strapped for time, but successful women know that 80% of your results are going to come from 20% of your efforts, which means completing 20% of the things that you need to do that day will create 80% of the impact. Give your time and focus to the things that will actually move the needle. Stop filling up your day with busy work. If you're ready to win with money,
I'm finally doing it. Here are 5 practical things that you should do to be a wealthy woman. The number 1 is to have life insurance. Yes, we want to leave money behind, but a lot of people don't realize that you can actually borrow money from your policy while you're alive. So if you ever need to get money to start a business, or you just need money for something, you can always borrow money from your life insurance policy. Number 2, you need investments. Investments help your money multiply. So even if you're not one to spend a lot, it's much better to actually invest that money or put it in a high yield saving account so that you can actually see it multiply. Number 3 is have a financial advisor. If money is overwhelming to you, if you get anxiety when it comes to handling your finances, and you're not 100% sure on how to move forward with growing your financial status and coming to a place of stability, it's probably a good idea to get a financial advisor. A financial advisor is going to figure out what is the best long-term plan for you. The 4th one is to have a business trust and a family trust to protect your assets and to prevent you from having to pay taxes. If you want to learn more about this, there is a girl on here. Her name is Auntie Bree. She breaks this down very, very well in one of her videos. But basically, you would make your business trust an owner of your business, and then your family trust would be a beneficiary of your business trust. So the profits would get paid out to your family trust, and then you are a beneficiary of your family trust, and so you get the money tax-free. And then number 5 is to have equity and ownership in things. Not all investments allow you to have ownership, so you want to make sure that you have ownership of something. Property, business, stocks, like for part 2, and let me know in the comments which of these you already do.
Part 2 of how I entered my rich girl era and started creating my dream life at 24 years old. But yeah, so I kind of finished off with talking about manifestation, but a little bit more to add on to that. You need to be in, and definitely I encourage you guys to study more into this, read up upon this. There's so many podcasts, so many books that you guys can really look into to learn a proper manifestation. But the more you are in a positive mindset, the more you attract these positive good things. The minute you're negative and you just I promise you, if you believe that you cannot make all this money, if you believe you cannot be rich, if you believe you cannot have this lifestyle, if you believe you can't travel every single month, then I promise you, you cannot. You gotta believe that. In the word believe, there's the word lie. You gotta feed yourself these lies, these good lies, that you can do this, that you can have this. And the more you lie to yourself, the more you're gonna believe it. And when you believe it, you're in that mindset and that spot to accept it into your life. If I can give you one tip to start today, literally every morning when you wake up, write a couple of things that you're grateful for right now, even the small things. I'm so happy and grateful for this coffee that I'm drinking today. But then after that, write down things and speak them into existence that you want. So maybe right now you live at home with your parents. I'm so happy and grateful now that I live in my dream condo, explain it a little bit, and have an exact date by October 10th, 2023. Have an exact date and write these things and speak them into existence and look at them every single day. Reread them to yourself every single day. Make those vision boards if you need to. Put those little sticky notes around your room that say these things to yourself. Anyways, the fifth one is, what you consume and your personal development. Understand, if you guys are only sitting on TikTok and absorbing the funny stuff and the cheating memes and all that good stuff, then you're not growing in any way. Your mind is not being stretched. Your mind isn't teaching you anything. It's literally serving you no good. So start feeding your mind with those successful podcasts and those books that are going to teach you things. I highly encourage you guys, if you haven't read any books before, read, Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Read Think and Grow Rich. Read Beach Money. Do you guys understand? We literally become what we think about. We are our thoughts. So think about this past week, everything you consumed, everything that you read, everything that you listened to, everything that you watched. Are you satisfied with what you're going to achieve or what you're going to become from all that stuff that you consumed? You could even follow people. Like if you follow me because, I give you motivation, I give you inspiration, that is great. Follow other influencers that give you that daily motivation or those daily value posts or just people that you can learn from. I'm trying this new thing this year where on Instagram, I'm literally only following people that feed me, that pour into me, that I can benefit from, so that as I'm scrolling, it's nothing but beneficial. You want to start creating your rich girl era, you want to start creating your dream life, but you don't know where to start. This is exactly where. I literally intentionally worked on all these things for a year, and my success speaks for itself because of it. Save this video to remind yourself and follow for more.
This is exactly how I achieved an over $500,000 net worth by the age of 27. It's crazy for me to even say that out loud because I still don't believe it. And most people that saw me walking around doing my thing would have no idea. I'm gonna start off by giving you the hardest one to do and it'll get progressively easier. Number one is get married. There are tax benefits when you file as married. That tax rate was often lower when my husband and I got married. We were in college, so we got double whammy because we were making very little to no money. Number two, I got a high-paying job. I work at Google as a business analyst, and of course a lot of people might roll their eyes damn girl, you probably make multiple six figures. No, I started off making $68K, which I know is higher than a lot of people, but that's not a lot of money to be living in Colorado. With those high-paying jobs also come a lot of benefits, and so your 401k is your actual best friend. If your company gives you any sort of match, make sure you are maxing it out because that quite literally is free money, and the earlier you start, the better off you'll be during retirement. Other benefits that have drastically impacted my wealth through my high-paying job is a health savings account and dependent care flexible spending account. The HSA is triple tax advantage. Look into it. These are accounts you don't want to miss out on. Number three, the first house we bought, we house hacked. We eliminated our entire housing expense by renting out either the rooms of the house or a separate area like the basement through Airbnb. A lot of people try to get duplexes. We didn't because it's extremely competitive. So instead we found a single family home that didn't have strict regulation and split the mother trucker into two to then rent out the basement, and now we're living for free. And instead of that income going straight into our checking accounts, it goes into our high yield savings account, so we don't even see it. We know that as humans, we have the tendency to want to spend the money that we have. So instead of having money go into our checking account and then us manually going in and seeing what's left to save, we automate our savings and investments so that immediately when the money goes in while we're sleeping, the money is sent to our high yield savings account or brokerage to invest. And number 5, what I believe to be the most rewarding and now after some time is the easiest way I've been able to increase our net worth to over 500K is by monetizing something that you love to do. I started off as a content creator just being passionate about helping low income communities achieve wealth. And then throughout that process, I've learned that a lot of brands like to work with me. People want me to share my knowledge with my perspective and my experience and my voice. When you create something that you are passionate about, people want to be let into that passion. They want to work with that value. This, of course, can be considered a side hustle or alternate source of income. And most millionaires have at least 7 different ways of money is coming in. We like to pretend that becoming rich is extremely challenging because it must mean that, oh, we're doing something wrong if we haven't gotten there. And we don't like to look at ourselves in the mirror and be like, you're a failure. The truth is that you got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I don't like the way that I'm living now, and I have the power to change it because you do. Most, if not all of my friends came from low income backgrounds, and now we are just traveling, having the time of our lives, buying whatever we want. I want you to join me. Make sure to give me a follow because I'm trying to make you rich, not just in your wallet, but also in your mind.
That's a video, guys. So I'm just here also to share my 2 cents, like how can you have money as a woman in 2025? Okay, how can you have your own money like that? So first step is breaking the mental ceiling. Many women were raised to believe that financial matters are a man's responsibility, or that chasing money makes a woman less feminine. That mindset is outdated and dangerous. A financial literacy is survival skill. Whether you're single, married, divorced, or raising kids, knowing how to make, keep, and grow money gives you options. And wealthy is all about options. The ability to walk away, the freedom to choose, the power to say no when something doesn't save you. Building wealthy begins with increasing your income. That could mean mastering your 9 to 5 job and then adding multiple streams of income. It could mean freelancing, starting a small online business, investing, or creating content. We are in the era where social media can make you millions if you know how to use your voice, your story, and your skills. The internet has leveled the playing field. You don't need a rich background or powerful connections to start. You need commitment, clarity, and consistency. A rich woman understands her skills, her currency, whether you know how to style hair, bake cakes, write well, manage teams, teach or entertain your talent is a seed. But seed don't bloom if you don't plant and water them. Learn how to turn your talent into a brand and then into business. Women are naturally multitaskers and problem solvers. Traits can translate direct into profit. You just have to stop hiding and start showing up. It's also about who you surround yourself with. Broke mindset are contagious. If you're always around people who complain about money, hate on those who have it, or believe wealthy is the only for the lucky ones, you stay stuck. Rich women think differently. They invest in themselves, in mentors, in books, in courses. They are not afraid to spend money to make money. They understand the self-development is worthy development. Every time you grow your mind, you can potential grow with it. A woman getting rich is not about showing off, it's not about flashy cars or designer bags, unless that truly what brings you joy. Real wealthy is quite confidence. It's not stressing about the bills, it's not you can take care of yourself, it's being able to leave toxic environment because you have a backup plan. It's building a future for your kids or your future self where you lack is no longer the enemy. Don't be afraid to talk about money. So many women avoid the topic. They feel it's awkward, greedy, or not a ladylike. Thy silence is costly. Talk numbers. Ask for the raise. Learn to negotiate. Get familiar with investing. Ask questions. Follow financial creators. Okay. Make budget. Build credit. Open that high yield savings account. The more you normalize financial conversations, the more financially confident you become. Being rich as a woman is not just about personal gain, it's a legacy. When a woman becomes rich, she changes generations. She inspires her family, her daughters, her community. She opens doors, she funds dreams, she becomes a role model she maybe never had, and she does it all without asking for permission. She builds quietly, loudly, gracefully, it boldly, however, chooses. But the point is, she chooses. To get rich, you have to start where you are, even if the places feel far from where you want to be. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for perfect timing. Begin with what you have. Sell something, save something. Learn something, execute something. Stop comparing yourself to others. Use them for inspiration, not for insecurity. You're not behind, you're just beginning. And if you don't stop, the money will come. Okay? So finally, remember, getting rich is not just about money, it's about time, freedom, peace of mind, confidence, and control. That's real wealthy, and you deserve all of it. You don't have to trade your femininity for success. You don't have to sacrifice your values. You can be soft and smart. You can be nurturing and strategic. You can wear heels or sneakers and still build an empire. So don't ask if you can get rich as a woman. Know that you will, because you're already on your way. Okay? So let me tell you something, ladies. For you to get rich, if you want to get rich as a woman, you have to start from yourself. Okay? Mindset is really important. Tell your mind like what you want to be. Do manifestations. Tell yourself that you'll be worthy. Okay? You'll be wealthy and you're worthy of learn to love yourself more and make proper plans. Okay, it's not like if you're a stay-at-home mom you can do nothing. There are a lot of people are doing digital marketing, people are doing YouTube, people are working from home, they're doing their skills, baking, they're doing businesses. So why should you just stay and sit down? Okay, watching movies is not enough if you don't have money in your bank account. Always think of what you want to do, okay, to better your future, because just sitting down won't better your future. And you can't just rely on someone. Sometimes you can have problems with money, you can have problems, and you just need that money. That's the truth. Like, we shouldn't even be lying to each other. So I need you, my fellow people, to start looking life in such directions. Okay. The more we think like that as ladies, the more we will be getting richer and richer. So if you have lazy friends, stay away from them. Okay. Better you are alone. Make proper decisions. Make good connections. People who talk about money. If you have rich people around you, then well and good. Okay. Start living like them. Okay, you have to learn from them, because rich people, they say time is money. They don't spend their time just like that. They see time going. For them, time is money. Like, they plan everything, what they're going to do for the day. Okay, and it should generate income. It's not like it's only for playing. If they have a free day where they're doing their hobbies, they know what time they're going for that. And some people, the more they do their hobbies, most content creators are doing their hobbies, but they're busy shooting content. They're making money just there and then. Okay. So you just have to make it a habit and the discipline. Okay. Consistency. Sometimes you may take long to see change, but the more consistency you show up for these businesses, you're going to see how it can change in few moments. Okay, so learn to discipline yourself. If you say I'm going to do this, please do it. Okay, even if people don't believe in you, like I know a lot of people say, can you even do that? You're not even good at doing that. Because I remember when I just started my journey on YouTube, people are saying, no, you're not good at doing this YouTube, and no people can follow you, no one is going to like your advice, or your voice is not good, all those silly comments. And I was like, who are you to judge me? Who are you for you to say that? Okay, may I get what I want, I do what I want. So I don't allow people to just come into my business like that. And if people come into my business, I'm just one person who can just unfriend you. Okay, if I know this thing, I believe in myself that it's going to go somewhere, then I have to go for it. Because what are you telling me? You want me just to be staying, or what you want me to do? Okay, so I always plan for things that I want to do as a person, because I have goals. I before the year ends, like as we are starting the new 2025, I already wrote my goals. I I have some targets which I need to finish, and I need to achieve something this year. Every year you need to achieve something as a person. Okay, so don't just sit back, I'm not good at this. Okay, keep trying. If you're in your 20s, if you're in your 30s, 40s, it's never too late. Okay, for them in the 40s, you can just reset your life. It's okay to start again. Don't be very scared to start again. It's fine to start again because we all learn from mistakes. We have made mistakes financially, relationship wise. No one is perfect in this world, and no one is going to judge you. For those of you like that, I'm sending you a hug. Thank you for watching.